Welcome back. When we last saw each other, I was dicing up one large red onion, medium dice. You saw the two cut pattern, and then I went off camera and I cut 3 more onions. So altogether, we are going to be reducing down 4 large red onions. Since this is a jam, we're going to add in 2 cups of sugar. It's a lot of sugar, but again, this is a jam. And also that sugar, the sweetness, plays really well with the bitterness that comes in red onions, more prevalent than really any other onion. To reduce down, we're gonna do a mixture of a full bottle of red wine. I went with Zinfandel. It is, especially at this price point, which is like a $10 bottle, it is fruit forward, worked really great. It was low on tannin, low on oak, so I'm really just getting fruit here. We also have some red wine vinegar and some sherry vinegar and a bouquet garni. Now you could do this traditionally in cheesecloth. I use a tea strainer. The setup is just a lot easier than trying to roll up some cheesecloth, but same principle. You want to get some herbs and aromatics inside whatever you're cooking, but you want to just easily remove them and not have any remnants left over, like leaves that broke off or stems. This just makes it a clean process. So let's begin. We're going to first go pour in about half of your bottle. Doesn't have to be exact. You're going to get the rest in there. But the process right now is I'm going to add in the sugar, and I'm just going to give it a stir. I'm not going to try to dissolve it all right now, but just give it a heads up, as far as well, not a heads up, but more of a little bit of a can't think right now, but I think you know what I mean. Line. All right, so just wanting to let that get together before we put the onions in, so it dissolves a little bit faster. It's all go in the same place, but find that if you mix that in all with the onions, it just takes a little bit longer to get that sugar to dissolve into the wine. Now we don't have that problem. All right. Let's go the rest. Actually, back. Let's go onions. How about that, people? All right. Now that you have liquid in there, just very slowly, though it doesn't come and splash up and ruin whatever you're wearing, or make a mess in your countertops. Either or. Okay. Let's go with the rest of the wine. All right. Now we have 3/4 of a cup of red wine vinegar. You can hear me pouring it out right now. Just trying to be nice and not use every dish in the house. You might have heard a giggle in the background from my wife. All right. I have a 1/4 ounce of some sherry vinegar. You could do it with just red wine vinegar. There's plenty of recipes out there that use balsamic. I like having a little bit of the sherry vinegar in there. I think the red wine works wonderfully with it and brings out the acidity, but the sherry just has a little bit more savoriness that works really well with the herbs. And so I kind of bring those two together, but it still is predominantly more red wine vinegar. All right, so we have that in there. Here's what we're gonna do. We are going to bring this up to a boil. And once it boils, we'll reduce it and just let it simmer. And unlike the caramelized onions that we made before, where we had to sit here and stir, well, that's enough craziness for one day. We are not doing that with this one. This is truly all about being able to just, let it reduce down, and the onions are, just going to shrink up, release their own sweetness along with the sugar. Alright. I don't think you need to sit here and watch this, but we will come back right when it comes to a boil and we'll talk again shortly.